Hi everybody and welcome back, and I'm happy to have you here. I'm happy to have you with me. Earlier I was filming a video of crushing up eggshells, and I'll add the beginning of the video to this hopefully if I can figure out editing. That's why the table's kind of a mess. It's because I was telling you guys stories about eggs and I was crushing the shells and we were having a wonderful time. I was having a wonderful conversation, and then I realized that my phone wasn't recording. So I've seen this happen to other wonderful people on YouTube. I guess I'm part of the club now for filming a video to no one. But I thought that what I was talking about was interesting, so I thought that we could maybe just talk about what I was doing and why, and how to add a little bit of magic to your day. So what I did was I saved all my eggshells for about past 2 weeks. So I had about a dozen eggshells, believe it or not, and I crushed them up. I had them in here and I just kind of grinded them up in the mortar and pestle. I wanted to grind them to the point where they were kind of like this, like really powdery. What a mess I made. And what you do, or where I learned about this, I guess I should begin, is that my grandmother always used to put eggshells on her plants, and I always wondered why. And I asked her one time, I said, why do you do that? And she said, well, because it gives calcium to them and it helps them grow, and it's great for that, like their cells and everything. And that made sense to me, so I've always been doing it. And then I got thinking about when I started filming my magical life a little, I realized that I could share this with you guys. This is an easy way to bring magic into your life and to bring some earth magic into your day, to also help your plants. So it's win-win for everybody. So easy, all you do, crush your shells up. You want them again looking like this. You want them powdery. And then you just put the shells, you just sprinkle them on your plants. You don't want a whole lot on there. Just give them all a sprinkle, every single one of them. It won't hurt them. And just let it do its work and give them a watering when it's time, and the shells will break down and they will add that wonderful calcium that your plants might need. When I was crushing them, I was telling some stories and we were talking about egg magic and what does egg magic mean? What are the symbols of the egg? So of course, eggs represent fertility to, I think, a lot of people. To many cultures, people see the egg as holding the universe. It's where the universe came from, was this giant cosmic egg. And I can kind of get behind that idea. I mean, all life bursts from eggs of some sort, so it makes sense to me. This is kind of the time of fertility. This is why I plan to do this now with Beltane coming up, and Beltane being a fertility festival. I know Ostara, we get into eggs and egg magic, but Beltane too, because Beltane is what the fertility aspect of it, like hardcore, big time. So this is a great time to add that kind of egg energy to your plants. I was talking as well, I just think it's so funny because I was literally just talking away, just chatting away about eggs, but I was saying about some mythology too, some stories about eggs. And one of my favorite stories about eggs and egg magic is sailors would say that if you ate an egg, you had to crush your shell up. You had to make sure it was grinded up before you threw it away, because evil spirits or witches could take the shells, turn them into boats, and ride the shells out to your vessel and sink it with their dark magic. I love that story. I love that idea of witches sailing the seven seas on these eggs and looking to curse sailors. I love those old stories. And another little story is with Beltane that's related with eggs, is that another superstition is if a woman were to take an eggshell and throw it into the fire on Beltane Eve, and which would be April 30th, if you saw a spot of blood on the shell, it meant that your days were numbered. I've always liked that kind of folklore, those superstitions, but where you see the black dog, or if you hear someone calling your name in a graveyard, or if you hear footsteps that follow you home but nobody's there, they could all be harbingers of death. And I love that kind of spooky stuff. But we're not talking about death today. We're talking about life and fertility. So I have to get back on topic here. My morbid side likes to take over. You can also take the eggshells if you wanted to and put them in water and just steep them. It's a really easy fertilizer that you can make with these. So lots of ways to do this. This video ended up being a little bit shorter than I had hoped it to be. And the original one probably had a little bit more, but I still wanted to post this. So please use your eggshells. Don't throw them away. They are wonderful ways to make magic. and just simply sprinkle them in your plants. So grind up some shells and go give your plants a little treat. I'm sure they'll thank you. And work a little bit of earth magic on this Wednesday. I hope that you have a wonderful day, and thank you for being here with me. Bye.